If you've been mixing for a while, you know that there are so many options out there for plugins, especially if we're talking about equalizers. But also, DAWs come with a bunch of free stock plugins. So what would you do with another EQ in your toolbox? Well, today I'll be showing you how all equalizers are not created equal, and how the Fairuz P422 EQ from Pulsar Modular can be a massive asset for your mixes, how it can bring more punch than an average EQ with less time. So let's get right into it. So here we have the stems for the song The Truth by the band Extorted from France, a song that I produced with them. And here we're gonna start the playback with the EQ deactivated, and as the song plays, I'll be activating the EQ to show you the difference in punch and impact. So here the buses were sounding pretty good already. I made only slight changes to get that extra 5% of punch. But before I explain the moves I did, let's check out quickly the interface of the plugin. So here you have low, low mid, mid and high. Here you have basically the gain on each band. Finally, here you have this special knob, which is voice, which will bring harmonic richness, and the tremor, which in combination with the voice knob can really bring some edge. And the tremor is more for low end. So these are working dynamically together. So if you use some of the tremor here and you activate voice, it's gonna be boosting differently. So let's see how this drum set sound without any EQ. So it's sounding pretty good already, but I feel it's missing some low-end punch as well as some definition in the higher mids and the higher frequencies. So let's see how we can tweak that probably even more. So you can see that even when I'm pushing the EQ pretty hard, it still sounds pretty musical and not abrasive. And the secret sauce here is the way that the EQ curves are being shaped. So let me show you quickly how these peaks and notches are being basically applied to the signal. So here I have a basic Steinberg EQ. So let's say I'm working on a drum stem and I want more punch on my snare drum. So I'm gonna try to target the fundamental of the snare, which should be around 200 Hertz. But if I boost that frequency, there's gonna be some resonance being added around 500. So when you're applying here a boost, it's basically creating this type of shape, and it's also bringing up some more presence around the 1K area. So by simply pushing the gain meter up here, it's basically doing all these moves at the same time, which is very, very beneficial and time saving. So it's actually shaping your sound, not just boosting. So let's listen to the difference to show you how it would sound with this type of cue on the drum bus. looking at the analyzer, it's easier to see what's happening under the hood, but you have to understand that the Fairuz EQ is basically working that way with the simple turn of a knob, so it gives really fast result. So this is a similar shape that it's basically built in each different type of shape here. So let's listen to it again. So we're gaining a lot of body on the snare drum here. Now let's check out the bass bus, and then we'll try to mix them and establish balance between the two. So here it's pretty clear that we have a more punchy low end for the rhythm section. So let's introduce now the guitar bus. Now with the extra meat that I added in the low mid, let's check out all the three buses together. Now let's check out the vocal bus unprocessed.
He's not set up as my money's wanting. I wanna change my, you're not the oldest way. The truth is not set up as my money's wanting. I wanna change my, you're not the oldest way.
So here I added a lot of the voice setting, the saturation that brings this nice edge and presence to the vocals without making it sound too abrasive. And here the tremor is also working together with the voice setting to also bring a bit more meat in the low mids. So let's listen to the whole thing without any processing, and then I'll add it as it goes.
It's not set up as my money's wanting. I wanna change my, you're not the oldest way. The truth is not set up as my money's wanting. I wanna change my, you're not the oldest way.
And note here that the hammer settings engage on both guitars and vocals to bring some low end punch and tightness to them. So let's listen to it without the hammer. It's not changing everything, but it's definitely bringing some more bite in the low mids, which is very, very cool. Let's listen to what it does on the vocals here. So it's gonna start first with the hammer deactivated.
It's not set up as my mind is wanting. I wanna change my, you're not the oldest way. The truth is not set up as my mind is wanting. I wanna change my, you're not the oldest way.
You can tell it's more in your face. So this can be a magic bullet to help your mixes. So I did small changes here that help the song in general to come across better. So we have more presence in the vocal, a bit more punch and chunkiness with the guitars and drums, and the bass has a little bit more edge, and all that together makes maybe a 5% gain in terms of quality in the mix. Now that you've heard how the P422 EQ can help bring some harmonic richness to your mix, check out this video on how saturation can really add excitement and punch to all your mixes. Hoping to see you there.